that one service on your menu that feels like it takes forever? The tiny line work, the 15 layers of glitter, the custom art on every single nail? And by the time you're wiping the last bit of top coat, your back hurts, your brain is mush, and you're thinking, how did I just spend 2 hours for this price? You added it years ago because a client begged for it or because it was trending on Instagram, and it just never left. Now it's sitting on your menu, like that one guest at the party who doesn't know when to go home, quietly draining your time and energy while not really paying the rent.
Real talk, as a client, I've totally booked that kind of service. I see this super detailed design online, I'm excited, I click it without even looking at the timing or the price. And then I'm sitting there loving the result while you're probably thinking, this was way too cheap for what we just did.
Exactly. Here's the thing. Most nail menus don't get designed. They just grow. A trend pops up, a friend asks for it, a supplier launches a new gel, you add it to the list. And then 5 years later, your menu looks like a beauty buffet with no clear system behind it. Today, we're fixing that. Let's dive into what I call nail menu math. No scary spreadsheets, no accountant-level formulas, just 3 calm questions that help you decide which services stay, which evolve, and which quietly retire so your menu works as hard as you do. Welcome back to Forever Sound Waves, where tech meets touch for beauty pros who care about both creativity and smart systems. I'm your host, the Nailpreneur Artist, and with me is our community voice, the Customer Champion, here to keep us honest from the client side.
I love this because a clear, thoughtful menu actually makes it way easier and less stressful for clients to book. So if you're scared that changing your menu will chase people away, I'm here to tell you, it does the opposite when it's done well.
All right, let's talk about the problem with what I call add and forget menus. You know the ones. You just keep adding services, but almost never prune. First issue, random growth erodes profit. You might have a basic gel set that's actually your moneymaker, and then a hyper-detailed art set priced only a little higher, even though it takes double the time and triple the product. Over a week, that gap adds up quietly. Second, it erodes clarity. When your menu is crowded with overlapping options, classic gel, gel with basic art, art by nail, full art, level 1 art, level 2 art, clients get overwhelmed. Confused clients either underbook what they really want or don't book at all.
Yes. When I see a long scrolling menu with tiny differences, my brain goes, just give me some safe. I end up clicking the cheaper or shorter thing, even if I would have happily paid more for what I actually wanted if it were described clearly.
And third issue, it erodes your energy. Some services just drain you. Maybe it's long fills with heavy dusting. Maybe it's hyper-precise French on extra long nails. Even if they technically make money, they might cost you in body pain, stress, and creative burnout. So, add and forget menus quietly tax your profit, your clarity, and your energy. Nail menu math is about taking that power back with 3 simple questions for every service: profit, fit, and cost. Let's break it down. Question 1. Profit. Does this service actually pay you what it should? Not, do I like the price on the screen, but after time and products, is this really worth the spot on my calendar? Question 2. Fit. Does this service match your brand and where you're going? If your brand is clean, minimal, efficient manicures, but you're still offering 3-hour extreme sculpted sets because you learned them once, that's probably not aligned with your future self.
From the client side, that fit piece really shows. When I book with someone who clearly loves what they're offering, the whole experience feels elevated. When I book something that doesn't really match their vibe, the energy is weird. It's like asking a minimalist to draw a chaotic mural.
Exactly. Question 3. Cost. And I don't just mean product cost. This is time and energy. How long does it really take? Not what your menu says. And how do you feel at the end? Energized, neutral, or absolutely wiped? Here's a super simple way to score each service with nail menu math. For each one, you give it 3 scores from 1 to 5. Profit score: 1 is barely paying me, 5 is this is a star. Fit score: 1 is I don't even like doing this anymore, 5 is this is my signature. Cost score, but flipped: 1 is this wrecks me, 5 is light, smooth, easy. That's it. 3 quick numbers. You do not need to be perfect. This is not tax season. We're looking for direction, not exact decimals.
And honestly, you already know in your gut which services are 1s and which are 5s. You can feel it in your shoulders just hearing their names.
Now, let's talk about how to pull just enough data to make these scores feel grounded. We're not building giant reports. We're doing a quick snapshot with tools you already have: your booking app, your payment history, and your own body. Step 1. From your booking system, look at the last 1 to 3 months and jot down how many times each service was actually booked. If you're more old school, you can literally flip through your paper book and tally marks for a few main services. Step 2. Check what you charged versus how long those appointments really took. Not the time block on the app, the reality. If you book 60 minutes for a service that always runs to 75, give it a mental note. This one overruns. Step 3. Layer in your body and brain feedback. Think back over a typical week. Which services make you think, that felt wonderful, I could do 3 more of those? And which ones make you want to crawl into bed after just one?
As a client, I love that you're factoring this in. Because if my nail tech is exhausted and rushed, I feel it. If they're in their zone, I relax more, I tip better, and I rebook without thinking twice.
So now, take each core service, maybe start with 5 to 10 of them, and give those 3 scores: profit, fit, and energy cost. Then just add them up. The maximum is 15. Anything in the 12 to 15 range, those are your heroes. 7 to 11, those are maybes, tweak or watch. Under 7, those are your problem children. Let's talk about what to actually do with those scores. This is where we decide: refine, reprice, bundle, or retire. Scenario 1. High profit, high fit, low energy cost. For example, your structured gel overlay that books all the time, feels smooth to perform, and looks exactly like your brand photos. That's a 15 out of 15. You feature that. You put it at the top of the menu, you showcase it on social. That's a nail it every time service. Scenario 2. Medium profit, high fit, medium energy cost. Maybe it's your signature minimalist nail art add-on. It's very you, clients love it, but you're undercharging for the time it really takes. That's a reprice candidate. You bump the price, or you adjust the timing block so it truly reflects the value and the minutes.
From my side, if you tell me, we've updated this service to include more time so we don't have to rush the details, I'm not mad that it costs a bit more. I'm excited because I know I'll get the full experience I actually want.
Scenario 3. High profit, low fit, high energy cost. This one's tricky. Think of something like extreme length sculpted sets that pay well but leave your body aching, and they don't really match the brand you're building. You might decide to offer them only to a few existing clients or move them into a specialty, limited slot instead of leaving them wide open on your menu. Scenario 4. Low profit, medium fit, medium to high energy cost. Maybe it's an old trend, like a super specific chrome design that used to be hot, but now you barely see it. It takes a while, the price never got updated, and honestly, you've evolved past it. That's a retire or bundle candidate. Retiring doesn't have to be dramatic. You can quietly remove it from the online menu and replace it with a newer, better aligned service. Or, if there's still some demand, you fold it into a broader category like advanced art set, at a price and time that makes sense.
Honestly, half the time when something disappears from a menu, I don't even notice, as long as there's a clear alternative. If I still see detailed art as an option, I'm good. I don't need 50 separate names for every trend that ever existed.
Exactly. So, your action plan after this episode is not to rewrite your entire menu in one night. It's to pick 3 services, run them through nail menu math, and decide refine, reprice, bundle, or retire. Now, the big fear? If I change or remove things, my clients will be upset and I'll lose bookings. Let's take the anxiety down and talk about how to communicate change in a way that feels like an upgrade, not a cutback. When you announce a price change or a menu shift, you're not saying, I'm taking things away from you. You're saying, I'm refining my services so I can show up at my best and keep delivering top-level work long-term. Here's a simple script you can adapt for social or email. I've updated my service menu to better reflect the time, products, and care that go into each set. This helps me protect my body, my schedule, and the quality of your nails, so your appointments stay consistent and relaxing. You'll see a few refreshed names, some timing updates, and a couple of services retired to make space for what I do best.
As a client, hearing that you're doing this to keep my experience high quality, that felt wonderful. I want my nail tech to be healthy, happy, and not rushing. If you tell me this is how I make sure I can keep serving you for years, I'm actually grateful.
For individual clients who loved a very specific service you're retiring, you can use a softer, direct script. Something like, I know you've loved the X design option. I'm phasing it out of my regular menu because it's very detailed on my hands and schedule, but we can achieve a similar look with my new Y service that's designed to give you great results with more realistic timing.
And most of us will say, cool, just tell me what to book. We want your recommendation. We're not running your business. You are. We just want pretty nails and a relaxing hour away from our phones.
On the booking page, keep it simple and clear. Rename services so they're outcome-based, not overwhelming. For example, instead of 5 versions of gel art, you might have signature gel set, signature gel with simple art, and advanced art set, each with clear timing and a realistic price. All right, let's recap your nail menu math steps so you can actually use this today, not just think, that's fascinating, and move on. Step 1. Acknowledge the add and forget problem. Your menu probably grew randomly. That's normal. You're not bad at business. You were busy serving people. Step 2. Use the 3 questions for each service: profit, fit, and energy cost. Score each from 1 to 5. You're aiming for honest, not perfect. Step 3. Pull a simple data snapshot. Look at how often each service is booked, how long it really takes, and how your body and mind feel afterward. Let that inform your scores. Step 4. Decide the fate of each service. Your options are refine the description, reprice so it reflects reality, bundle it into a bigger category, or retire it completely if it no longer deserves a spot on your menu. Step 5. Communicate changes as an upgrade. Use kind, confident language that centers quality, sustainability, and your ability to keep serving clients at a high level.
And please hear this from your client friend over here. When you curate your menu around what you do best, we feel it. The experience is smoother, the results are better, and honestly, we trust you more.
Your tiny, actionable challenge for this week: pick just 3 services from your menu. Not the whole thing, just 3. Run them through nail menu math, give each one a profit, fit, and energy score, and decide one small action for each: rename, reprice, bundle, or retire. If you enjoyed this episode and you want more ways to make tech meet touch in your business, more systems, more profit, without losing your creativity, make sure you follow or subscribe to Forever Soundwaves so you don't miss the next deep dive. Let's dive in and make your business shine. Stay curious, stay creative. Until next time, keep your nails and business thriving.